Hey, Stoney here with another live cast of Mechabellum. All right, what do we want to do? We can try spiders, aerial, spider into abyss. Okay, so we got tanks. Tanks are pretty decent. We'll probably do spider with just Phoenix. All right, we got marksman, round one. So this marksman is locked onto the spider. He actually didn't go with any chaff. I suppose is that right after we get rid of the arc light, the crawlers are going to do a lot of work. Hopefully getting tower. Okay, we're going to get tower. Phoenix are doing a lot of work to these tanks. Normally his composition would actually beat me, but because we're just going to go straight into the Phoenix, yeah, his chaff clear is not as great. All right, hounds are good. Farseer is also decent. I don't want to go hounds because I know my opponent has tanks. But having Farseer in this sort of position is beneficial. The tank here is quite good, but I think I want to save my money for next turn. My opponent is almost most definitely going with the hounds. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't go with the hounds. So my goal here is to run this Farseer in so that it can start attacking the tower, maybe the marksman. Oh, he's actually going with Farseer. Interesting. Okay. If he's going with the Farseer, that just means that my Farseer is going to go straight into the tower. Okay, great tower timing. Gets the Farseer. Gets the marksman. Nice. All right. We have wasps, laser sight, vent shield device, and deployment module. Deployment module could be very tricky. It's 50 cost. But the wasp swarm is also pretty good. I'll go with deployment module. I think the wasp swarm, while is good, I'm gonna leave a Farseer here, just so that you can do this thing. The fire badger is gonna be a problem. Let's see here. Because the tanks themselves are actually quite strong, so... have another crawler, just to distract the Farseer a little bit longer. And we could possibly use another fan here. Okay, Fire Badger here to deal with the crawler. Understandable. The Farseer doing some chaff clearing. Getting that damage onto the Fire Badger. So the problem right now is that my opponent just has a lot of bodies on the ground. Okay. Not a huge issue, I wouldn't say. But I do need to have range on those spiders. Or just get a lot of phoenixes, I think. Alright, incendiary, mobile beacon. Incendiary will be good. If we put it somewhere here, we're going to put these down here. Farseer gets a level. Alright, we're going to get phoenixes. I mean, we're going to get, not phoenixes, the tarantulas. We're going to have another fang just to protect ourselves against the marksman. Yep, he's going to have incendiary as expected, but that's alright. This is not something we can defend, so no point in trying. They did add additional Fire Badger in the back end. So based on his unit comp, I think I might benefit from just a lot of scorpions. I can also go boats, which is not the most terrible thing. Okay, where's my side? That's alright. That's why we have spiders. So he'll win on that side, but he'll essentially lose all his chaff. Okay, we got level 2 Phoenix. Farseer not quite getting... Farseer actually was just kind of stuck behind the unit. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. For aggro player, if you have a close round like this is not bad at all. Alright, we got elite wasps and intensive training. So these are all very, very spicy cards. I think I'll take the intensive. I think having them on a spider is beneficial. I wouldn't mind having some more phoenixes on this side. Also another pack of crawlers. Alright, big Farseers. Big arc lights. The problem at the front is really these tanks. If I can get to these tanks, then the tarantulas actually do great work. I wonder if Stonecrawlers will actually be pretty good here as well. Void Eye, interesting. I haven't thought about that. Maybe I'll need to get on with the Void Eye play. Interesting. It's putting Void Eye behind, which means they'll be targeted a little bit later. Of course, late arriving chaff is a problem here. Level 2 spider doing a lot of work. I think I would need to have some late arriving chaff. Okay, Phoenix is doing great. Mustang production, laser sight, underground thread. Probably go to laser sight. And we're gonna go on with the late arriving chaff. Okay. Got one here. Alright, we got even more fangs. So the reason I took range on Phoenix at this round is because without the range, the Phoenix will have the exact same range as the Tarantula, which is not, I'm not a biggest fan of. Oil, getting rid of all my chaff. And the board right now is looking like it's great for Stonecrawlers. So next turn, I'm actually going to start adding Stonecrawlers because of just how many fans there are and also how many Void Eyes there are. I don't need to take the technology on the storms. Okay. Do have a bit of a chaff clear issue, but for now though, the late arriving fans are doing great work, just kind of keeping everything down. Go around here. I think the balls could be very difficult to get rid of. I don't think my opponent has enough DPS. I want to go with the balls. Even though raiding was also pretty decent. I'm going to put the balls a little bit forward because I know they're like difficult to get rid of. Alright, we're gonna do storms. Triple storms. We're going to level up. I want to say maybe just this spider here. Just a lot of firepower with that spider. A little weak on this side, but he doesn't really have much on that side. Okay, decided to go with Raiden. Raiden's a good unit. 4 Raidens. We just have to double down on the Phoenixes, I suppose. Yeah, the Raiden. Kind of getting rid of my chaff a little bit. But I think my chaff clear is still superior. And because I have these big Phoenixes, yeah. So this is kind of one-sided. So the rating is good if you can get rid of the chaff, but in this case there's like no chaff clear. This might actually be game right here. And that's it. The Raiden pivot was risky because he wasn't exactly winning the chaff ward. He's got a few Arclights and a few packs of Fangs. The Fangs are directly countered by the Storms, which means he will be losing chaff ward this particular round. And then next round, if he wants to mitigate it, he will put crawlers at the front and do it back and forth and extra crawlers in the back. Raidens with EMP is not good into chaff clear. I think in order for that to work, he needs to have chain instead of EMP. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of the EMP is. I mean, there's really no need to disable range on any of my units. If the Raiden is in range to hit a Phoenix with range, you don't need to disable my range, right? That's the thought. So that's a weird technology. I thought the chain would have been a lot better. It helps with the chaff clear, but it also helps with killing some of these Phoenixes. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this game. And if you want to see another one, here's one for you. And I will see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.